All right, what is up, y'all? Welcome back. I'm back on here trying to catch some flounder today, maybe some trout, maybe some redfish, anything that bites. Y'all know how it is. We're gonna be opportunistic. We pulled up to the spot, a bunch of mullet right here, and what's better for redfish, trout, and flounder than mullet? Really nothing. Finger mullets, that is. We're gonna walk out here casting some. I already threw a cast net one time and probably caught, I'd say there's about 15 in there, so that's about $15 worth of finger mullet. Let's go throw one against it. There's just fields of finger mullet out here. We're gonna walk out here. You can see them all jump. I think I got them. Yeah. Got some. The finger mullet are all spread out, but there's just tons of them out here. We could throw 10 times and catch, 4 or 5 in each one. I think right here I got, 4 or 5. We can go down these live well, maybe do one more throw, but then we're heading out because we don't want to waste any time. Beautiful morning, low winds. I think it's gonna be good. Let's see if we can get some. First cast of the day, hopping in the water. Got quite a bit of baits, but we are gonna be throwing artificials to start. Just got the baits because last time I was here we caught a few flounder. But right now we're gonna be trying for some trout. Now, whenever we were casting bait, there was a big old slick that popped up right here in between us and the reef. But now, that was 20 minutes ago. Now it's out there. You can barely see it. It's very faint. But it's moved that way. But that means there's some fish out here. So we're gonna see if we can get on something. Starting the day off with the deadly rat tail, the bigger version today. I'll show y'all this thing when I reel it up. But it's a beautiful morning. Winds aren't too bad, blowing like probably 10. Nice sunrise. Sun's just now coming up. We got out here right on time. There's nobody around. Yeah, starting the day off with the deadly rat tail, the bigger version. This is my first time throwing it. We're gonna see. It'll work. Just gotta put it in front of them. So there's a ton of bait out here this morning, but there is barely any tide. We're at high tide right now. I think completely high tide, so it hasn't started to push out yet. It should start to push out within the next hour or so, and hopefully those fish will start biting. Now, we're making our way up to this reef right now. It's just so calm that you can barely see it. A boat just went by not too long ago, so you can kind of see the ripples coming off of it. But we're just gonna fish around the reef. Hopefully some more slicks pop up. Like I said, not much tide, but what we do have going for us is sunrise, right? Fish always bite morning and night. Sunrise and sunset. So I think we'll be able to pull something out of here. Like I said, there was that slick when we came in, so we know there's fish here. We know there's fish feeding. Now we just have to find them. I think there's another slick right over there. But we're just gonna pick around the reef. Got a little slick that popped up right in front of us. Oh, I missed him. Felt the bite on the fall. Guys, I've downsized my lure. I'm now throwing the smaller version in a similar color. I don't know if that has anything to do with the last 2 bites I just got, because I switched up over there and didn't get a bite. And then we just moved down here and they just got, actually that's 3 bites. I actually caught one before I turned the camera on, a little sand trout. Oh, that's a big old trout, dude. Guys, I think it's like a monster trout, to be honest. Oh yeah, it's a good trout, really good trout. Jumped in the net. I was thinking this fish was maybe like 17 the first time it came up, but then it ran completely sideways. I didn't even have the camera roll. We walked down more than half this reef and we barely gotten a bite. Got that little bite right here, set the hook, and boom. He came up and started running on the top of the water, and I saw his back come out and I knew it was a big one. Now I always get excited. This guy ain't massive, but he is hefty. Best trout I've caught in a long time. Oh yeah, look at that thing. Yes, sir. Oh, easy 20 inch. Easy 20-inch trout. If I can get that tail right here.
21.
Yeah, he's 21. I'm gonna go ahead and let this guy go. I don't want to keep him. I got a couple fish in the fridge right now. No reason in keeping a big one like this. Choke that lure.
Will he survive?
Oh, he's good. It's inside him now.
Oh.
Ate the Dudley. And that's just a solid trout right there. Doesn't get much better than that. Let's give him the light. Beautiful fish. Fat one too. About to get the release on this thing. Okay, one last look at this fish before I let it go. Nice 21-inch trout. Real fat though. Talking just a big old stomach. Let's get the release on it. Make sure this girl swims off nice and healthy. About as good as it gets. See if we can catch another one like that. We just made it to the end of the reef out here, almost to the end where it starts to break up, and now what we have is just scattered oyster and shell all around here. But the actual reef out in front of us, or the main part of it, goes down and just dissipates into the water and turns into this. I already got bit one time out here, bit like 5 feet in front of me, and I missed it. We're gonna try guns fish. I'm debating throwing a topwater or not. Thing is, I'm not seeing much bait. I feel like it's a good way to call them in. I don't know. It's late in the morning, so I'll probably just stick to a paddle tail, or I'll probably just stick to a soft plastic. Fish. She got a flounder. It's a nice trout, dude. I can't see in the sun. So we're at the end of the reef, and what we're noticing here is that there's a lot of current. So the wind's actually blowing this way, but the current's coming the exact opposite way. So we're probably not set up as good as we could be. We could be a little closer to the reef casting out here, but we're in about a little under our waist, about thigh deep water. And obviously he just hooked that trout. Missed him, unfortunately, right at the net job, but still, that's a good sign. He was throwing a finger mullet. I'm still just throwing a lure, and you can see a little color change out here. So I don't know. Let's see if we can catch anything. I could just imagine if we had a popping cork, just letting it drift out here, and that would be a good way to find some fish. Throwing a popping cork, letting it drift, and then a lot of times those fish will be stacked up in the same area when there's current. You can find a bunch of fish doing that. We're gonna see if we can pull a couple keeper trout out of here. Looks like he's onto something right here. That's not a trout, is it? It is a good trout. Looks like he's onto something right here, staying down like that. Oh, the net job. There you go. Nice fish. Now what Nathan's doing here is he's casting out over there. He's just letting it drift, just like what I'm doing with the lure, but
Sorry about that.
it's all good. There you go. But yeah, he's just letting it drift right here, and that's his second one. So I think I'm gonna try the Nathan method, see what's going on, because I'm not getting any luck on the lure. Not right now. Okay, we got another mullet. Hook him up the exact same way. Hooking him right here. I hooked that one a little bit forward. Should be all right, he's swimming good. We're just gonna do the same thing. Now ideally, we should be able to catch these on lures if they're eating this like that. Maybe just work the lure a little slower, but we're gonna see what we can do. So I just broke off and we keep getting tangled up on the oyster. So what I'm doing is I'm taking a little bitty circle hook, little live bait hook. Hooking those finger mullet through the nose. And look at what they do. They just swim right on top. I'm hoping that's gonna bring in a trout. We'll see. Can't cast it too far, that's the only problem. But I don't think these fish are too far out there anyway, so we'll see if we can get bit. Well, we just pulled up to spot number 2. Left the first spot, made our way all the way back down the reef, fished the beginning of it. It was kind of dead today. I caught that nice trout out there, and then we caught a few more decent ones out at the very end that y'all saw. But now we're at spot number 2, going for flounder, specifically targeting flounder here. Let me tell you what, if I turn the camera around here, I don't know if you can see, but there's just so many mullet all in here. You know what they say, find the bait, find the fish. So we cast in a few finger mullet, a few more. I think we probably have about 15 or 20 of them right now. We're gonna walk out here, we're gonna fish these pilings. I'm gonna place y'all see me come all the time. We're gonna fish on these pilings all the way down, and hopefully we can pull off a keeper flounder. So y'all stay tuned. We're just gonna march right over there and see what happens. Okay, I'm gonna give me a live mullet out here to start, and we lost one. It's okay, you gotta give one back. But if y'all are familiar with the channel, if you watched some videos before, you know how I like to do it. Jig head, 1/4 ounce preferably, hooking a mullet right through the head. Still, bless you, still enough to keep them alive. And I don't know if y'all can see it or not, but my hook is flat on the end, so we're gonna have to set the hook super hard because I don't think I have another 1/4 on me. But I like to do it like this. And all we do for flounder fishing, super simple. You don't need all these crazy setups. You just take your mullet, or you can use a shrimp too, or you can use a gulp. You just toss up next to these pylons. Flounder love any type of structure, but you just toss it right up as close as you can get it and drag it away. You can do the same around jetty rocks, any other type of rock, boat docks, piers, any of that. And all you're doing is just slowly moving it on the bottom and waiting for that thump. And we're just gonna do that all the way down here. I hope that we find some land around the base of these. And then if you do get bit, or when you get bit, you're gonna wanna wait, especially with the live bait. I said this a couple videos ago, but you're gonna wanna wait for a little while and let them rearrange that bait. If you keep your line tight, you'll feel it kind of move in their mouth. And that's when you're gonna wanna set the hook after that. If you set it too early, a lot of times with the live bait, especially if you're using a bigger one, these are kind of small, but with the bigger one, you're only gonna have half the bait. So you gotta give them time to eat it. Flounder basically just lay on the bottom and wait for something to come over them. They jump up and grab it as it's swimming over, and they lay back down, and then they chew and rearrange it in their mouth to swallow it. So if we hook into one, I'll show you what I mean. There's an on right here about a foot in front of them. Don't know what it is. Is it a redfish? Oh hell! Hey! Don't move. All right, nice catch. Got one right here, guys. Little flounder, little flounder. About time. Ah, that's honestly a keeper, but now he knows he's hooked. There we go, finally. We worked these whole pilings all the way down and finally hooked one. Look at him. That's what I was just thinking. That is a legal 15-inch flounder. And he's gone. Well, I've never been out this far before, but we're really deep, as you can see. It's nice, so nice and calm. Smooth bottom out here. Not too worried, but look there. Nice little redfish. That means I got my Texas Slam. Got a cool little, and off he goes. Let's try to catch his big brother. We flounder fished this whole area. I actually missed 2 more flounder. Got bit, they sat there, and I just missed them. Can't let them eat or whatever. But, oh no, there goes a mullet. All right, it's okay. What I'm doing is I'm taking these mullet here, hooking them by their tails. You can hook them by the heads too. And then for redfish, I like scent. That's what I found what works. Now this is a little bit brutal, I'm not gonna lie to you guys. So look away if you don't want to, but take your pliers right behind the head, and he's dead. Just like that, quick death. Rip that off. And now you have the scent coming out like crazy. So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna send it out here, not too far. And we just let it sit. Every once in a while you can get a couple pops backwards, but we're just waiting for a big old thump. Turn the camera back on if we hook one. Well, y'all, that is the end of the video. And to be honest, I wasn't even going to post this, but I did not want to waste the footage, so I went ahead, threw it together, and I hope y'all enjoyed. And if you did enjoy, maybe consider going down there and hitting that like button. That is the best way you can help the channel grow. And also, subscribe if you're not already. And if you are, thank you guys so much. That's all I have for y'all today. A couple more videos coming out pretty soon. A pretty cool one coming out in the next few days. Like I said, that's all I have, though, for right now. So until next time, peace.